Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Let's Talk Jurassic. I'm Brad Jost, the host of the Jurassic Park podcast, and today we've got a lot of stuff lined up. We're going to be talking about Jurassic World Aftermath 2. We're going to be talking about Jurassic World Evolution 2. We're going to be talking about Spinosaurus. We're going to talk Dominion. What else? Anything else? There's all kinds of stuff. We're going to take some questions from Twitter that we have, and we're going to have a good time. I'm very excited. We weren't here last week streaming, but we're back again this week to be talking about all things Jurassic. And I'm so glad to be here with everybody in the live stream chat. So thank you to all of you, you returning friends out there. I'm sure there's some new viewers, as always. Thank you for joining us for the first time. Or if you're just lurking around, good to see you. I know you're there. That's typically, I feel like, what I do. I'm just always lurking around. I'm always there in these live streams and stuff like that. But sometimes I don't say anything. Feel free to talk. Have some fun. Let's chat. Because I've got some fun stuff to talk about. So first off, just want to give a shout out to this week's episode of the Jurassic Park podcast. So if you're not subscribed, if you do not download them, please go to Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts. And just be sure to download the Jurassic Park podcast, because this week we actually have the Jurassic mailbag. So myself and Jennifer Evans. Hey, happy birthday, Jen. It's your birthday today. So what wonderful timing for the Jurassic mailbag. I would say what wonderful timing, but that happens every year because it's the first episode of the month, and her birthday is always in the early stages of the month. So it's always a happy birthday for Jen on the Jurassic mailbag. So we talked about all kinds of stuff. I don't even remember. What did we talk about in the mailbag this month? As always in the mailbag, themes were tying together left and right. I think we were talking about volcanoes. A lot of people were asking about Camp Cretaceous, and if the explosion on that little mountain of the gondola system caused the volcano, Mount Saibo, to erupt. So that was an interesting conversation. What else did we have? Ken Wheatley himself, he called into the show. What? Ken Wheatley? So yeah, we talked about Jurassic World Dominion, Camp Cretaceous, all that good stuff. So please go download the Jurassic Park podcast. If you haven't followed our video this week, I did post a live. This is the live stream. Obviously, toy hunt. That's the word I'm looking for. Did a toy hunt. So that was fun. But that was like, I feel like I did that toy hunt like a few weeks ago. So I don't even remember what's in there, but but we're switching it up tonight. I've got the closer view right up in the camera here. We've got this nice banner up top. Made a nice little banner so you guys can follow us online. And I'm hyped. I'm hyped. What was I going to say? Hyped? Hyped? Yeah, that's the word. Hyped. Well, now I'm less hyped because I can't talk. All right, so here we are. Anyway, let's check out the live chat here. See who's here. We got a lot of viewers here as always. So let's see here. I want to shout out to Isla Sorna Communications doing homework. And you said it's not as important as this. It's more important. That's why. Your homework, not this. Diplo stuff. Currently storm chasing. What's going on? Be careful. Be safe. How you doing this? Are you like on the road and watching YouTube? Jurassic Souls, I hope you're doing okay. Here's a lung for you if you need one. That was me giving you a lung. Is that how that works? I hope you're doing okay. I don't know what. Did you fall on the keyboard maybe after that? Okay. I hope you're okay. Somebody check on Jurassic Souls. BRB. Spencer, what's up? How you doing? Thank you for joining our chat here. Let's see what else we got here. Jared, hi. How's it going? Sebastian says, hashtag bring back cows. Don't know what you're talking about. Siaka says, what's up? Hey, Siaka, hope you're doing good. Carlo Chameleon. Am I saying that right? Love you. I love you too. Hope you're doing good. Whenever I look at your avatar, I never know which face to look at when I'm talking to you. There's so many. Let's see. Who else we got here? Benny T, what's going on? Hey, Benny. Welcome back. Kenny. First time watching. Thank you so much. You're on Facebook too. That's cool. I throw this this live stream up on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitch. Basically, wow. I can't talk. What I've come to realize is now I can't talk anymore with the headphones on. So basically, I wanted to be able to let people watch it wherever they want, to make it easy for everybody. So thank you for joining us over on Facebook. Glad to have you here. Jurassic fan here. Hi, you are my favorite too, as well. Thank you. I don't know why I keep doing this. I feel like it's just focused on my head now that I feel like my hand motions need to be all up in here. Jurassic Souls. Snapping sounds from a Rex neck. Spino wins. Yes. Woo. Might not be able to stay long, but y'all know I had to stop in. Should be some good discussion tonight. Stay safe, stay Jurassic. You too, my friend. Thank you so much for the super chat. It's always so meaningful when you send them over. I can't thank you enough. It's amazing. So thank you so much. Also, Jurassic Souls, where's the trailer? I'm gonna continually ask you for the trailer. But snapping Rex sounds. I appreciate you throwing it to all those Rex fans out there. Yeah, one day, we'll get some more Spinosaurus, and we're going to talk about the Spinosaurus in just a little bit, and because we had a question about that from Twitter, and I'm interested to talk about it some more, and hopefully someday in the near future we'll get that Suchomimus out there. That would be nice. So thank you again, Jurassic Souls, for stopping in. Feel free to leave whenever you want and cough elsewhere if you need to. I hope you feel better. Take some medicine. Get well. Jurassic Dave is here. How's it going? Just getting over the cold. Okay, you can barely keep your eyes open. Okay, go to sleep. Get out of here. Leave. Feel better. Take care of yourself. This is not that important. But of course, I did say Suchomimus, so. I took way too big of a sip, and I almost spit it everywhere. Muzzamill, what's up? Dropping in for a bit. And I believe you sent in a question over on Twitter. Did you? I believe so, yes. So we're going to talk about that in a little bit. You talked about keychains and actual Easter egg locations maybe for Dominion. So we'll talk about that. Jared says, do we know when the CinemaCon preview will be posted online? Never. It's not something that's supposed to be posted online. It's just like an exhibitor event only, and it's not like a Comic-Con or anything like that. So it's a little bit different. Sebastian, hey, welcome. But all right, so let's get into it. Because I caught up there to the chat, and I want to talk about our first topic here tonight. Where are my banners? There they are. So let's get into, actually, this is Jurassic World Aftermath 2. Let me share my screen here. Where is it? All right, and let me fix this real quick. All right, here we go. So this was a question that popped up. So I did ask people. I said, what should we stream about tonight? Anything on your mind? And Dr. Ara Grant, Aravel here over on Twitter, and she's the social media and community manager for CoatSync, which brought us Jurassic World Aftermath. So that's a big deal. So Dr. R. Grant here wanted us to talk about, of course, Jurassic World Aftermath 2. So you can see the trailer playing down there. So I do want to go ahead and talk about that for a second. So let me go ahead and bring down our music here. And we'll dive into this trailer because I do have the trailer. Now, it's been a few days since I've watched the trailer. If you guys have any thoughts on Jurassic World Aftermath Part 1, please let me know. Just in time. Brent Capel, everybody. Give it up for Brent. Brent showcased the Part 1 over on our channel as well. So please give me your thoughts. I want to know what you think about Part 1. Brent, you can as well. Because I never got a chance to play it. So I am very interested in this. I just don't have Oculus 2 system, so I don't have a way to play it myself. But I am very interested in the ongoing lore of Jurassic World Aftermath and what it means to the overall story. It sounds like, and from everything I've seen from replays and articles and stuff like that and conversations, it sounds like there's a lot of really, really intriguing parts to this story. So let's go ahead and take a look at Part 2. This is just the teaser trailer, and this was just posted on August 26th, so not too long ago. But let's go ahead and take a listen and a watch.
The de-extinction of the dinosaurs wasn't the result of one person.
Dr. Ian Malcolm, ladies and gentlemen.
Not even Hammond. It's the result of a society. A system that lauds technological progress above its own survival.
You'll get through this. You have to. Hear that? Don't move.
That's awesome. September 30th. So right around the corner. Right around the corner. That is really cool. I want to go through that again because
the de-extinction of the dinosaurs.
Like there are some pretty amazing like voiceovers here from Jeff Goldblum. Like amazing. That's so cool. Jeff is just like, if it's Jurassic, if there's anything Jurassic out there these days, I want to be involved. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do a voiceover for it, and we're gonna keep on selling it. We're gonna sell it. So I'm very, very excited about this. And like I said, I feel like with all the story that happened in Part 1, I have no clue really what is going on in this trailer so far. It's very, very interesting, but I have no clue. Like what? See, like I watched some stuff, and I don't remember. I don't remember everything. I forget what I did yesterday. So, without playing it myself, I don't really remember the ins and outs of how the game actually went. But let's take another watch here.
Dinosaurs wasn't the result of one person. Not even Hammond. It's the result of a society.
I like it's not just one person, not even just Hammond. I love that reference to Hammond there. That is super cool. Going back here, I just want to go through. So what do we got here? NMS Genetics Center. It's on fire. So that's not good. I think this is set sometime after Camp Cretaceous, right? But before Fallen Kingdom, obviously. I don't know what the timeline is on this, to be totally honest. So here we got a few compies.
Not even Hammond.
And then here, so this, I believe we saw this in the original Part 1 trailer teaser thing. And just a raptor statue in this like atrium area.
Result of a society. A system that lauds tech.
Now that is cool. Look at this. This is just like generic office, but like generic office is such a fun thing. Like, just any way you can expand just even the most mundane areas on Isla Nublar is gold. Like, I just love being able to expand anything. What does that say? Keep area clean. And it looks like a Spinosaurus and a banana. Oh, that's funny. So we got an information desk here. We got a raptor. Is that blue? I can't really tell.
It's technological progress above its own.
So I know, like, one of the ongoing story things in this is that there are other raptors on the island, apparently. So that is just like highly intriguing in and of itself.
Survival.
So here we're still in that lab, much destroyed area of the lab. And it looks like here, you know, something was trying to get it through this door. I see. That's the thing, is I don't know if these areas are like repeated areas that we saw like totally in part 1, and it's just like kind of going through like what happened, the aftermath.
You'll get through this. You have to.
So I noticed somebody had said the footprints or something like that. Or the tracks. Here we go. John said, "Did you see the trike tracks?" Yeah, we got some tracks here. I mean, are they trike tracks? I have no idea. So Brent says they put out some screenshots that show Rexy and a trike, which will be new dinosaurs for the game. So that's cool. Did the first game only have velociraptors, or was there Dilophosaur or something like that? I forget. I don't remember. But that's cool. That are we going to get like that iconic face-off kind of, you know, moment from a trike and a T-Rex? I don't know. I didn't see the image. If you guys have the image, I'll post that.
Don't move.
That's cool. It's got a shot here. And this says paddock 2. So that's interesting. This is not paddock 9. Paddock 2. I don't know where paddock 2 is. I'm assuming maybe it's a trike paddock. That could be interesting. If anybody else knows, let me know. Trying to see, there's nothing else like distinguishing features here. But anyway, it's pretty cool. Jurassic World Aftermath 2, Part 2, coming September 30th. So that's awesome. So it's from CodeSync and Oculus, and I believe it's on the Oculus Rift 2. You can grab it on there. So yeah, this looks fun. I want to play this. Who knows? Maybe soon. I would like to. But let's see. What are you guys saying about Jurassic World Aftermath? So Brent says lots of story potential. All right. So John said 2 years after Jurassic World. So 2 years after Jurassic World puts it a year and a half after Camp Cretaceous, right? And then, yeah, so then a year, I don't know. I don't know. Timelines are all wishy-washy. Let's see here. Yeah, so Brent backs it up again. It takes place before Fallen Kingdom. Towards the end of the game, you find out your character is working for Mills. Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. Kind of very much like Camp Cretaceous. It's just like this larger story here in play. And it seems like, you know, we've been asking these questions for years. Apparently, like, who's been behind the scenes? Who's been the one kind of pulling all the strings? And it really does seem like a lot of it goes back to Mills. And like Mills is the guy that was doing everything. That was behind it all, maybe. Seems like it. I mean, it really seems like that's where they were going with it. So Mills wanted to set up this, auction to sell some, because I guess he's got contacts with people who want some militarized dinosaurs, right? And it dates back to Hoskins having that conversation with Owen, right? And they're talking about sending the they're gonna send him right in there, belt buckle and all, to eat him. And it's just very interesting that it seems like Mills has been the person on the phone, the person behind the scenes of a lot of Jurassic World, maybe. And then we got a reference in Camp Cretaceous. Apparently we get a reference here. So it's all very, very fun, very interesting. And I like, that's not enough. I still need more. I still need more answers to these ties and these connections. So Jared really likes the concept and feel of Aftermath, very Alien Isolation-like, but I'm still iffy about the comic book style of animations. Yeah, I have heard a lot of people not really digging the style of the game. I'm trying to find like a good screenshot here. So it's definitely very different, right? It's different than Camp Cretaceous. Camp Cretaceous, I think, looks pretty great, and there's moments where those dinosaurs are indistinguishable from the films. And here, that's not really the case. It kind of gives me vibes of like the Walking Dead game from Telltale. Now I know that Telltale made a Jurassic Park game, but it's a little bit different looking. But it kind of gives me vibes of that, as far as I can tell. And I don't care that the style is not from the films or anything like that. I still think that there's a valid, way to tell the story and a unique perspective from something that's not just the same visual style that we're used to. I don't know. We don't really have a lot to go off of in this franchise that's different, right? They branched off into something different with the motion comics, and it's just like, oh gosh, not digging that too much. But I like what Star Wars is doing with, they have a new anime series coming out on Disney Plus, Star Wars Visions. And it's like, that doesn't really look anything like anything that we've seen before in animation, live action, whatever. But it's still a really, really fun concept, and there's still some beautiful stuff in there. So I dig this. It doesn't bother me at all. But I can understand if it's not your visual style that you like or you're used to. So yeah. Let's see what else we got here. So let's see. Brent says, sounds like we'll be exploring Wu's lab and an underground base in part 2. An underground base, okay. So I mean, this sounds a lot like what we've seen from Camp Cretaceous, at least. I don't know. Okay, so the first game, I did mention about the first game and, what dinosaurs were in there. And I said, what was it? Velociraptor and Dilophosaurus. So first game here had Velociraptor. Oh my gosh. Velociraptor, Pteranodon, Dilophosaurus, Compsognathus, Brachiosaurus, and T-Rex. I didn't know it had all that. Paddock 2, maybe the paddock for a new creature we haven't seen. I mean, maybe. I don't think that like it has to be anything too crazy. I think it could just be like the trikes, I guess trike images and stuff like that have popped up, and we're seeing that footprint in there. So I just think this could be a really cool opportunity to showcase a trike versus a T-Rex here. Blake says, I'm totally biased. They could do a Jurassic World game where there were just stick figures and I would love it. Yeah. A Velociraptor. Copyright 2021. But yeah, I think this is going to be very fun, and I'm very interested to hear, what the story is and what things are answered. I've been using this game as a lot of reference to, honestly, where I think Camp Cretaceous season 4 may go, with the fact that I guess there's a reference in this game that Blue could maybe create her own offspring without, a mate. So that's really interesting to know. And I've been wondering if maybe that, or they do show other velociraptors in here, or velocisaurs as we call them here. So I think it could be interesting if any of those raptors reproduced, or Blue herself reproduced in Camp Cretaceous. I've been hoping and keeping my fingers crossed that whatever is behind that door on the boat in Camp Cretaceous is a velociraptor, a baby velociraptor. So fingers crossed that's what is linking all of these things together. Imagine this. Well, this comes out in September, so if there's some sort of clue in here that makes that a further confirmation that things can happen that direction, I'd be really interested in that. But yeah. So let's see here. Tally says Paddock 2 is most likely not a herbivore, based on the fact that herbivores almost never seem to have closed off enclosures, so most likely a carnivore paddock. Yeah, it's possible. I mean, look at the walls. The walls initially look like the Indominus Rex paddock. We didn't really get to reading your guys' comments down there. We didn't really get to see what the T-Rex. I don't know if we got a good glimpse of the T-Rex walls and stuff like that. We saw the trees and the forest and the all that kind of stuff from the T-Rex paddock, but maybe it looked like this on the sides. But I hate to keep referencing Camp Cretaceous, but they make mention that they all go to their nighttime paddocks. So they all have different places where they go for the night. So I think, like any zoo or safari, out here we have a wildlife safari where you can drive your car or something like that through, and they don't just let the animals roam out all night. They actually, herd them into a paddock for the night. So I think that it's possible it could be a herbivore, but you never know. It does look like it's a carnivore paddock. Or it's a velocisaur paddock. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely into this. Hopefully I get a chance to play it, and I'm really interested to see how this opens up the story. Yeah, I'm very much interested in it. Steve is seeing paddock 2 is the Dilophosaur paddock. That could be interesting. Were there any clues in there? Look at the debris. I don't see any venom. What's this? Oh, just leaves. Vines. It's got a big door. This is a big Indominus Rex door. Which I don't know. I just feel like this looks like the Indominus Rex paddock. What's all this dirt doing here? How did this happen? I don't remember if the Indominus one had a number or not. Did a trike come through here and just shovel a bunch of dirt up against the wall? What? These are tires too, right? It's and there's a horse. See, I feel like these are toys. Are these tires toys? And there's a little wooden horse over here? Why? Just a toy for something? Some dinosaur? Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Got something in my eye. But anyway, that is Jurassic World Aftermath Part 2. So let's go ahead and move on to our next topic. First off, let's say, a Dilophosaurus. That would be amazing. Blake says severe weather. Be careful. Take it easy. Are you storm watching too? Ted is here. What's up, Ted? Just working on a repaint video. Wanted to say, hey, what's going on, dude? Glad to see you in here. So Tally says, in Jurassic World Live, you can play with your dinosaurs, and attire is an option. You can make them play with only the medium-sized dinos. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, if you go to a zoo, you always see like a giant ball or, you know, something like a tire or something like that in with like a big cat or something. So makes sense. But let's go ahead and move on to our next topic here. And that is going to be Jurassic World Evolution 2. So let's move over here to our species field guide for today. This just popped up today. Let's take our volume down again. And we'll press play here on field guide.
The Mosasaurus hunts near the surface of the water, utilizing the power of a large paddle-like tail to quickly propel itself, unleashing a sudden attack to fatally incapacitate anything it could sink its teeth into.
Cool. Coming November 9th. So, that's cool. I'm digging the fact that the, you know, marine animals, we've got air, land, marine in this game. I'm very excited about the marine ones. You know, Mosasaurus looks cool. I've seen a lot of criticism of the way the Mosasaur looks. I think it looks pretty great here in this trailer for the most part. This stuff looks good. I think this looks great. The animation looks good as it's swimming around.
Utilizing the power of a large paddle-like tail to quickly propel itself.
It's probably choppy on your end, but
Unleashing
looks great.
A sudden attack to
I think it looks great. So I think that the scene in question here is like more so like around here, like this animation here for jumping out is like a little strange, and the coloring's weird. But you know, with these evolution dinosaurs or marine creatures here, you can actually just usually change the color scheme on a lot of them. But yeah, I agree. This footage, which is alpha in-game footage, so let's not judge it too harshly. But yeah, it looks interesting. But I've liked for the most part everything that I've seen from Evolution 2. We're not going to get into the some of the stuff we've talked about recently, but otherwise, fun looking game. Mosasaur looks awesome. What are you guys thinking about the Mosasaur in this, or the marine reptiles here? What do you think? Easosaur in the communication says nothing special, although different animations for shark feeding. Jared says, I wonder if your lagoon is large enough, we could potentially house multiple mosasaurs together. That'd be interesting. Huh. Tally asks, I wonder if there's going to be underwater battle with aquatic sequence. Oh my gosh. Underwater battles between aquatic species. How would that work? That'd be brutal. Oh man. I don't know. Would they do that? They do it with the other ones, which I never liked that either, to be honest. I was always like, nah, I'm going to skip that. I'm going to skip doing that mission or whatever they want you to do. I'm like, I don't need to have my dinosaurs fight. And like, it's just a lot of work. You know, I'm here mostly in Evolution for like the creation process. That's mostly what I want. You know, like when I used to play, which I still play every now and then, Roller Coaster Tycoon. Now this is the old school game. There's a version of it for your app on your phone, and basically with that game, it like gave you a space to make your park, and then there was like basically one goal, and it was like at the end of 4 years worth of play or however long it was, are you gonna hit that goal? And that's it. And I love that. I loved how there was just like one goal. It wasn't very like convoluted, and I had to do all these different tasks and all that. I just liked the simplicity of it, because all I want to do is build, and I want to make, and I want to like create. So like I kind of wish maybe these games were a little bit more focused on the creation and less of the tasks. I know, things tend to get boring after a little while, even if you do that. But look, I mean, I'm still playing Roller Coaster Tycoon. I don't know when that game came out. When was that? Like 99, 2000, somewhere. I don't know, like earlier. But like, I don't know. That stuff, it gets monotonous after a while. So I hope we don't have to fight the mosasaurs in a lagoon, but it would be a pretty brutal thing, if it did end up happening. Jared is hoping that the lagoon habitats can be customized, rocks, reefs, kelps, and such. I don't know. Okay, Benny is saying that there's already screenshots of several mosasaurs in the same lagoon. There you go. I don't want to see that. No, thank you. No. I'm not going to get into the rest of the conversations here, but Evolution 2 coming up soon. This whole post original release for Dominion is strange. The fact that like things are just all over the place. We got Velocicoaster just randomly popping up in June, and then when was that? I mean, it's kind of still in the process in August, September here of like the Universal Beijing with like Jurassic World out there opening, and then Aftermath 2 in September, this in November, Camp Cretaceous in what seems to be December. So wait, we're missing October. Anything happening in October? Huh. I don't know. It's a steady stream. It's a very, very steady stream, right? So that's a good thing. It's strange. I just cannot believe that after all this time that we're still, even with the pandemic and things getting all messed up, we're still consistently getting Jurassic content. So it's a good feeling. But this game does make me wonder what things would have looked like if it had come out with Dominion. Would there have been dinosaurs from Dominion in this game revealed at an earlier point, or are they gonna like reveal these things like 7 months after the fact when Dominion actually comes out? That's just a little weird. Like, but yeah. If this is not an animation in this game, that's a huge missed opportunity. If a Pteranodon were to escape and go near that lagoon, you have to have a mosasaur be able to jump out and see that happen. Like if they didn't animate even a human, like a Pteranodon going down and picking somebody up and then falling over the lagoon, dropping him in the lagoon like that. I don't know if this happened or not, but I'm like already mad if it didn't. If this didn't happen, why? That's like such an iconic moment. We need that for real. As is mine. So I have not forgotten about October. I'm just saying maybe Universal did. Maybe they did. That's us. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. What was our next topic here? Actually, we're going to go over to Twitter. So there were a few questions from Twitter. I feel like we wrapped here on Evolution 2. There's not much to talk about there, but I do want to talk about our questions from Twitter. And I know I did start off, let's see here. I know I did start off with this one before. We already covered this one for Aftermath 2, Part 2. So let's go over here to Muzzamill. I know you were, I think you're here. I don't know if you're still here or not, but I know you were maybe cutting out soon. But let's see. No, I'm not doing a Ben cosplay for October. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just gonna keep you guys on edge. Maybe it might happen. So still here. All right, let's get into your question here because I don't know. I don't even know what it is really. All right, so the only thing on your mind is how authentic the locations on keychains like this could be, and if they could be Easter eggs for the actual movie. So you reposted a tweet here that you did. Finally unpacking stuff from the vacation, and I was examining my Dominion blue keychain. The coordinates seem to place her as last seen just north of Yosemite National Park in California. I wonder if anyone else looked into the other Universal keychains and the dinosaur locations. That's actually great. I didn't know that there was actually, yeah, it's underneath there, right? Or no, it's not. Where is it? Where's the distinguishing? Oh, okay. Last seen. That's a good call. Good call looking that up. I don't even think I noticed that it said last seen. I did check out these when I did go to Universal Orlando. But yeah, I don't think I even realized it said last seen. So you put in those coordinates. That's pretty interesting. All right, let me do that. I want to do that because I want to like take a look at the area. That's pretty cool. Let's see, Google Maps. All right, let me reference what that was again. We're going to go to 38.2692 north and 119.5247 west. Let's see where this takes us. And let's bring this up here. Satellite. Is this the same spot? Yes, it looks like it is. Okay. All right, so I'm going to try to bring this over here so you can see it. There we go. So as we can see, where was it that... do we have like an idea exactly where Lockwood Estate was? Like where exactly it was supposed to be in Northern California? Trying to figure this out. Nope, that's the UK. I don't know. It's in Northern California. So let's say, where's the state lines here? They go up pretty high. You can go all the way up there to Northern California. So, even if it was like Eureka or somewhere anywhere down this whole coast. So Blue, wherever they moored the boat and wherever Lockwood's mansion was, Blue could have made it all the way out here if this is to be believed, which, I mean, it's obvious. So like I was talking about with all of the releases that are strange and stuff, right? I mentioned how strange things are with just random stuff popping up all the time. This is one of those things, like all of this merch that's popping up at Universal Orlando, or I think maybe even out in Hollywood. So what was I saying? Oh yeah. So this is something that could have been released a little early or something like that, but they're like, it's not too bad. It's not a spoiler or anything. But we have seen so many fabrics and things like that actually do have some really, really interesting things out there. So this is another one that showcases that Blue is somewhere on the east side of California. Actually, so where... I want to look this up too, actually. I'm going to look up. Okay, so this is going to be silly. Let's take a look. Google Maps again. I've got an address here I want to look up. All right, so for reference, yeah, that's on. For reference, let's take a look at this spot on the map and see where Blue was last seen in Fallen Kingdom, which is near the house from E.T. So that's where this is my research brings me to the house from E.T., which is 7121 Lonzo Street in Tiunga, California. Is that how you said it? So this is where Elliot lived, and this is where, right around this area where Blue was up in this forest here. So zooming out, I kind of lost. I don't know the geography of California all that well. Okay, so this doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So I don't know, but like Blue would have had to make it from Northern California, somewhere up here, maybe even if we put it down here in the middle, all the way down here towards Los Angeles, where we see her running across the ridgeline up there, and then all the way back up here towards Yosemite, and just north of that near Bridgeport. So let's do some math here. Let's do some let's do some directions here. So we'll go from we'll say what's outside of Santa Rosa. I don't know what this area looks like, but This seems like a good enough. There's redwoods. Okay, so that seems good. So we'll say Bodega Bay. Is that a place we can? Bodega Bay, California. I'm gonna just guess. Maybe Lockwood was up this way, and we'll set this to foot. There's not a Raptor option, unfortunately. Maybe we should go bike. I don't know. So that's 162 hours on foot. Now, of course, Blue is much faster than that. So we'll maybe say cycling. Blue was cycling that day. 49 hours. Now, Blue, of course, is not sticking to the roads. So who knows? But then we're going to add a destination, and we're going to go over to Bridgeport, California. And that makes it 79 hours. All right, so that's a lot. That's a long trip. And if Blue is walking, we're talking about 275 hours. If Blue's taking a car, maybe she hitches a ride, 12 hours and 13 minutes. That's still very long. Oh my gosh. If she's taking a train or public transportation, 1 day, 6 hours. That's slow. Or plane. There's no planes available. So unless she's chartering her own, it's going to be difficult. But that's a trip. So obviously this Lonzo Street, this ET house location doesn't necessarily need to be the place that she was. But that's what they were going for with Fallen Kingdom, was that location. So who knows? But it's fun to at least analyze this stuff, even if it's completely wrong, right? But yeah, anyway, let's take a look at actually this area again. So you're putting Blue here. Is there any? Can we get like Mount Emma? Let's see what Mount Emma is. Let's take a look at some photos from Mount Emma. Okay, all right, looking cool. Just water. All right. Not bad. See, like this also could look something like what we saw in Fallen Kingdom 2, so it's not too far. I mean, it doesn't look like there's much livable space out here, but just imagine Blue could get lost. And this is the thing that we always undervalue, I think, with Fallen Kingdom and all those dinosaurs getting out and how easy it would be. Look at this. There's a fire out here. There's 2 fires right now. Is that real? Oh my gosh. But oh my god, imagine that. That would be brutal if they ended up showing something like that. I never thought about that. Yikes. So just like look at how big this is. Like all of this area. You know, I'm sure maybe there's some people that live out this direction, probably, but you know, you can see all the livable space seems to like kind of die off right here, right before the mountains. So like all of this just like free roaming territory for dinosaurs. And then you get the deserts and stuff like that. So like, you know, they could definitely survive and breed and procreate and continue on without a lot of intervention. So if Blue is out here near Mount Dana, did I say Diana before? I don't know. Let's see this place. Ooh, that's a nice looking place. Look at that. Imagine Blue. Imagine you're just hiking out there. Just the velociraptor just goes right by. Like, look at this. This is beautiful. So that is and there's plenty of food out there for Blue. So we don't have to worry about that. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. Thank you for looking into that. Was there any questions or anything like that? Because I feel like, you know, this is something we've been speculating for a while. We actually brought up a lot of the some of the different things that are available from Universal, and of course the patterns on the fabrics and stuff like that, and really analyze stuff. These dinosaurs continue on eastward for a while, so there's a lot of stuff out there, a lot of room for them to expand. But yeah, this is cool. I'm glad you actually pinpointed that and gave us a fun conversation to talk about there. But how real is this stuff? How much does it actually matter? I don't know. I think it's really interesting. I mean, there's been so many like divisions and groups and conservation causes and stuff like that for dinosaurs, as far as this merch has revealed. So I don't know. Are all of these things legit, or are they just like made up? You know, did somebody just like say like, oh, this is a spot I like to go hiking, I'm just gonna put, you know, the coordinates in there? So I don't know. It's possible, but it could really be a place, you know, that's referenced at some point in time. But just gonna have to wait and see, I guess. But I like your sleuthing there. That's pretty cool. I've kind of ignored the chat here for a while. Lewis came and went. Sorry, Lewis. Bye, Lewis. Hi, Lewis. Strike that. Reverse. Yeah, I like the migration conversation, because it is very much like the book, and that is pretty interesting. Yeah, and you know, you bring up some more ideas from the merch and stuff like that. Raptor Country, that's definitely, Raptor Country has been something that's been referenced a lot on the merch, so pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, wildfires, that's a legit thing, and obviously, like, Fallen Kingdom came out 2018, right? And that was right around the time where like Hawaii was, you know, really dealing with volcanoes, and like there was one, I feel like it was erupting for like a month or months or more. It was like going on forever. And, it was like one of those things where it's like, oh, is this too real? Is this like, too much to deal with at this moment? But this could be another thing. I mean, we've talked about how Dominion could reflect current times and current issues and stuff like that. Viruses. Jurassic has always dealt with viruses. So maybe, if it is set in this general area, there could be wildfires and stuff like that. There was that movie that popped up on HBO Max earlier this year. It had Angelina Jolie and fires. It was like a crazy story with like some random stuff that was happening story-wise, but then also like a watchtower and like fires and stuff like that. And it was brutal, like just to like see it from that perspective. And you see all those videos and stuff of people trying to get out of these fires. And the idea of that being reflected on film is of course it's something that's interesting to see visually, but like, you don't want to see that, but could be a visually interesting thing. Good morning to you, Anshu. Thank you for joining us. It's nighttime here, but good morning to you in India. All right, so that was that. I think we have one more Twitter question, as far as I remember. And this is from Ben, our buddy Ben at Jurassic Site B. Ben hosts the Jurassic Park book club, which will be continuing. So if you want to read The Lost World, hold off, wait a little bit. We'll be doing it in a few months. So Ben says, with the possibility of the Spinosaurus returning in Camp Cretaceous, how could we meet him again? Will we see him at the old airfield or the plane crash site again? Interesting question, Ben. Will we see? First off, will we see the Spinosaurus in Camp Cretaceous? I think so. I feel like we will. It seems inevitable at this point. I really hope so. I really hope that Camp Cretaceous can kind of do what it's been doing and continue to answer little questions here and there for us. And I think they could do a lot with Isla Sorna, answering questions there when it comes to the Spinosaurus and the Velociraptors and stuff like that. So I think could be really interesting to see this thing pop up again and hopefully have these kids find out some details that we don't necessarily know yet. But the Spinosaurus, if it did, let's just say it does show up. All right, so let's just say Spinosaurus is there. We do see the Spino again. Where? How? Why? What happens here? What's up, Caleb? Good seeing you, and thank you. Nice shirt. Thank you. I've got all the new stuff on. I've got the shirt. I've got the hat. I'm Jurassic decked out tonight. But yeah, so let's think about the Spinosaurus. All right, Spinos. Carl Artremion says baby Spinos would be cute. That would be cute. That would be cute. I can't imagine it. That'd be interesting. Our massive, brutal Spinosaurus has babies. It could happen. See, I want them to do more babies because, I feel like we do need another baby thing to kind of attach to. But I don't know. I want the raptor. I still want the raptor. But Spinosaurus, where would we see it? So we were talking about this recently somewhere. I don't know where. About what areas would you see on the island on Site B if the kids did go there? I was kind of under the mindset that Sorna has, distinguishing factors from Nublar and things like that, but overall, especially when it comes to Camp Cretaceous, there's not a huge distinguishing factor anymore because Camp Cretaceous was set amongst the redwoods and also the jungle. So what even is Sorna visually anymore that's different than Nublar? And as far as like the places that you would go, okay, an airfield, that's like super boring. It's like, oh, there's that airfield that we remember. Or there's that broken down building again. Like it's fine. Like I really dig the worker village, but like how interesting would that be to see again? I don't know. It's not like the visitor center or something like that, that you want to go back to the visitor center. I don't really, maybe you guys do. Maybe you have an attachment to like the worker village or the research facility from Jurassic Park 3, but like that's not very interesting. See, I like the idea of seeing something pristine and then seeing it destroyed. And Jurassic World gave us that with Main Street and everything, and then again in Fallen Kingdom you see it all destroyed. I don't care to go from destroyed to hey, destroyed more. Like that doesn't really interest me. One place that is interesting, I guess you could say, is the aviary. I don't think we would see the Spino there. Spino's got a problem with aviaries. Apparently, does not like to break through doors in that general area. So, Spino could have totally knocked down that whole building just with one like whip of the face, but like chose not to. So I don't know. But do we think that the Spino maybe had a nest around it? No, I don't think so, right? Because with the Spino, you would think, even though it's different than its real life counterpart, you would think the Spino would be more centered towards the water. But hey, who am I? I don't know. I feel like Mr. Kirby here. I'm like, well, obviously, he's a smart kid. He would know all that, all the big dinosaurs would go in the middle of the island or whatever he said. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I think the idea of the Spino coming back is super interesting. I just don't know how to make it happen outside of just like, hey, it's just, you just hear it roaring in the distance again, or like something happens, like an explosion or something, and then it attracts the Spino in that direction. But yeah, I'm just like thinking. I keep pausing because I'm just like thinking about like, I was thinking about the Spino having this weird. Yeah, am I saying that right? A weird fear of fire, but then I was like, well, that's much like the Scorpius, because like Scorpius had this weird thing with fire where it was like attracted to it, but like it could be interesting to have like an aversion to fire this time around. I didn't mean to click that, but if they found parts of the trailer, you would freak out, but they would never where, like down on the bottom of a cliff in the water? No. Like, I thought about the things that they brought. I'm like, well, they could find a high hide. Like, how interesting is that? Like, high hide is amazing. I love the high hide. But, like, what is that? Who cares? I don't know. See, new buildings are fine. Like, I'm fine with new and expanding it to new places. But just as far as, like, revisiting places, it doesn't really sound too interesting to me. But honestly, I just think just Spino just shows up at whatever new buildings we got or somewhere around there. It would be interesting to see, like, some way could this show answer what happened to that boat at the beginning of Jurassic Park 3? I know there's lots of rumors and thoughts about what happened there, but like, imagine if they showed like a boat just offshore, and hopefully not the kids' boat, but like the same kind of attack happens on that boat, and it's like, oh, here comes the Spino out of the water, or here comes the Pteranodons through the fog. I think that's what they intended it to be, was the Pteranodons, but like, there's nothing. And even somebody that worked on it said that there's a shadow somewhere in that scene, and I'm like, I've never seen that before. But yes, this, Blake, this is outside of this whole Spinosaurus thing. I definitely think that maybe not Biosyn per se, but Manticore. I think Manticore maybe set up some operations on Sorna for the time being. Not like officially, but like in any official capacity, but like just like, hey, let's just stop here and set up our operations while we send out drones and boats to Nublar or something like that. But yeah, I definitely think baby Spinos could fit through holes in the aviary fence. It's possible. Tricyclopods strikes back. Yeah, wrecked Hummers. Like, okay, like if they came across like that wrecked camp, I mean, sure, that would be fun for like a second and a half. Like if they were like that, actually, that would be kind of cool if they like came across that camp and they're like, whoa, look at this, an overturned model of San Diego, Jurassic Park. That's cool. I mean, that could be fun. But like, it's just like, there's no story purpose to that. So I don't really necessarily see them revisiting anything outside of the aviary. Oh, we're going to start this again. Joe Johnston, in relation to JP3, did say that there could be a lot of things roaming about Site B that nobody knows about. So there's a potential for new species to be on Site B. So very much like the Arcadia or whatever from Fallen Kingdom. We didn't see all the dinosaurs that were on there. We only saw the ones that JA pointed his camera at. So here we go again. I don't know. That's fine. I'm fine with that. Like, there's no reason why you can't just show. It doesn't have to be some like secret or anything. But you know, opening it up to new things is always fine. Steve, Loki, be there for some hide action. That's funny. LOL. I didn't mean to click that. But welcome, Dodson 93. No worries about being late. We're almost done here anyway. But yeah, Spinosaurus. I don't know. I don't know. How could we meet him again? I just hope that there's an interaction. That's all I hope for. I hope that there's something to give to the Spinosaurus once again, and they don't make it, you know, die from a T-Rex or, you know, do something silly like some weird reaction to the reactions. I hope they give it a fitting story if it does show up, and I think these kids have been very good about digging into, you know, the data and stuff around the island, finding information that they shouldn't have. And I think they could definitely do that for the Spinosaurs. And I think, like, you know, confirm the hybrid testing and stuff like that outside of, you know, the DPG site. And I think it would be really cool to see. So keep my fingers crossed. I don't know where we're going to meet the Spinosaur, but I would definitely love to see it again. So there we go. I think that's it. Was that all the questions? Let's double check here before we head out. Let me bring up the profile one last time. Yes, that was it. So I know that there's some people that just joined in, but if you just joined in, we've been talking all night, and we've been talking about Jurassic World Aftermath Part 2. We did a little bit about Jurassic World Evolution 2. We did the species field guide for the Mosasaur. We've talked about the Spinosaurus. We talked about Dominion. We plotted out where Blue's journey, where she has gone from Northern California to potentially down towards Los Angeles, and then back up again near where was that? Yosemite, north of Yosemite National Park. So that interesting conversation pieces tonight. I actually dig this because it was something a bit different than usual. So I always dig opening up the questions to people. Usually we do it right here in the chat. And of course I did feed off of what you guys were saying a little bit, but I tried to open it up to Twitter tonight to see what everybody on Twitter wanted to talk about. But yeah, it's been fun. Anyway, please go to JurassicParkPodcast.com. Let me bring that up, by the way, just so we can see real quick. There's a few things I wanted to show you from our show notes this week. So, JurassicParkPodcast.com. That's where you can find all your stuff here. So let's take a look. Actually, get rid of this banner here. We don't have more questions from Twitter. So the mailbag is this week, but why is my episode not loading on there? That's great. Good thing I just found this out live. Oh, okay, cool. Well, the episode's not loading there, but please just go to Spotify, listen to it, whatever. But I was a guest on Jurassic Pod recently. So that is another Jurassic podcast. There's a few of us out here, very slim amount of podcasts for Jurassic. But I'm glad to see more. So Jurassic Pod is out there. Please go download that and check out my episode, but also all of the episodes and go support them, leave them reviews, do all that good stuff. So I was on a recent episode of that. I also wanted to showcase a fun video here. This is Mitch and Ed's excellent adventure. Mitch and Ed are from the IndieCast, and that's a show that really kind of inspired me to start talking weekly about Jurassic Park. So please go listen to them talk about Jurassic Park. Finally, the tables have turned. I've sent in stuff to the IndieCast over the years, talking about Indiana Jones, and now they're talking about Jurassic Park. So it's a good feeling. Go check out that video. It's on our website, and that's it. I got to figure out what's wrong, why this isn't playing. That's weird. But anyway, do all the things. Go check it all out, please. And you can always follow us on Twitter. Where is it? Right up here at Jurassic Park Pod, or on Instagram at Jurassic Park Podcast. And yeah, this has been fun. Oh my gosh. Got to give a shout out here real quick. Jurassic Dave. What are you doing? Thank you. Thank you for the super chat at the very end. Thanks again for what you've built for us. I'm just glad that everybody is here and talking. And look, now there's even more people here again. So I feel like I shouldn't end just yet. But I appreciate everybody for being here. And thank you so much to Cretaceous Dave. Go check out Cretaceous Dave over on Twitter, Instagram, probably. I don't know. But you've got a really sick looking logo that you've showed off over on Twitter the other day. So I'm really interested in all the stuff you've got brewing, and I'm excited to see more. So thank you again so much. Really means a lot. Helping support the channel, making these live streams legit and fun. And I didn't build anything for anybody. Everybody just showed up, and it's fun to hang out with everybody every Wednesday night. So thank you so much, Dave. Science Mad, thank you for being a new sub. I'm glad to see you here. Thank you so much. And Tally was just in the mailbag. Oh, okay. All right. I think I know who you are now. Oh, what did I just do? Go Dave. Yes. Thank you, Steve. Go Dave. Who's shouting out Mike for? Who's Mike? Oh, Mike Spires. Yeah, I was like, who's Mike? Oh, and I was like thinking in my head, for the artwork, because he made your awesome logo, and ours, which is somewhere. Yeah, it's right. Where's my hand? Right there. Steve says, "Is there a storyline with Nedry's son as a spy, or was I dreaming?" No, you're not. You're not dreaming. There is a storyline, and it's not his son; it's his nephew, and it's from the Lego show or movie. I don't know, one of those things. There's a bunch of different things. There's like little one-off things, and there's like the Legend of Isla Nublar. I think he's specifically from that one, and it's his nephew trying to find treasure on Isla Nublar. Apparently, there's like I don't know, treasure somewhere out there. And there's another guy, Sinjin Prescott, I believe, who's like a treasure hunter or something. And I have some of the Lego pieces over there. Yeah, that's a fun show, and that's a silly show, crazy storylines, but like it did make me think about this larger world and what's on their minds when it comes to Nedry. And again, like all this synergy with Nedry and stuff, like it's so odd. It's so odd to like have a storyline in a Lego thing that showcases Nedry's family story, and like that's crazy to me. And then we know that there's more to this whole Barbasol thing in Dominion, and I definitely think there's going to be a greater story here pertaining to Nedry in some form or fashion. So I feel like it's all synergy here. So you weren't dreaming. It was in the Lego series, so that's pretty fun. And you guys will be waiting patiently, I guess, for a while. We'll see. We'll see. Mr. DNA cosplay, Ben cosplay, maybe. Polls. You got to set up some polls for cosplay options. Oh my gosh. Uncle Dennis. Yeah. That was such an odd choice. And then like that like mech Rex or whatever, yeah, based off like the Explorer, like that is super cool. Like I didn't ever get that. I should see if that's like something I can get now for a little bit cheaper. Probably not. But that set was awesome. I really dug that, and that was from the show, which is cool. But yeah, such a strange storyline. I feel like there has to be more to it, like more in there. And I know I've talked about my theory for the opening of this movie, but who knows? I don't know. I just feel like Nedry's going to have a larger part of Dominion. Not like he's like, I'm back. I'm Dennis Nedry and I'm back. Like, and I don't think like his nephew is going to play a role. I just think like they wanted to establish Nedry again in the lore to like help people remember. That's a good way to help people remember, is have this kids series. So by the time Dominion comes out, these kids are a little bit older and they're like, oh, Dennis Nedry. He's that guy with the nephew. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm rambling on about anymore. I appreciate everybody for watching tonight. It's been fun, and we'll try to do this again like we do every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're here. We try to be here every Wednesday night. So thank you so much. Please go follow us online, all these different places. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the next one. Hopefully, oh yes, actually the next one we will have probably some what was I going to say? Beyond the Gates. There will be a new Beyond the Gates reveal, I believe. Next time? Should be next time. Is it? I think so. Anyway, we always have fun on those nights where we can actually like talk about what's been revealed and what's been talking about. So that didn't make any sense, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, bye everybody. See you next time. We're gonna see a Triceratops. I don't know, but we'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, be kind to everybody, and as always, enjoy. Thank you.